If you've seen any of my other videos on the racing tractors, then you're probably well aware of my love-hate relationship with these guys. While I really like each individual racing tractor, and I think they're all really cool and unique and very, very, very well done die casts, like, they are exceptionally well made with their details and everything, I feel like we just got way too many at once, and it kind of killed the hype regarding them for me. They were so cool at first, and then they were like, yo, here are like 6 of these guys in 1 year back last year. And yeah, I probably would have felt the same way if all the tractors came out back in 2019 like they were supposed to. Back in 2019, before most of them got canceled, we were supposed to get a ton of tractors then. Then most of those got canceled, and they were replaced with new tractors released last year instead. But I really do like each of the individual racing tractors, even those that I didn't really like at first. For example, the Clutch Aid tractor started off as one of my least favorite tractors. One I didn't even really want to get, but now that I've had him for a few months, he's easily one of my favorite ones. It was inevitable that we would get a mini racer of the tractors, of any of the racing tractors, honestly. We got the regular tractor as a mini back last year, a really, really great looking mini. It was just a matter of time until we got one of these guys as a racing tractor, and it's kind of an odd choice in my opinion. The first and currently only racing tractor we've gotten as a mini, who I'd assume is probably going to be one of very few, considering we've only gotten, I believe, 2 Rusty's Racing Center trainees as minis. I think Kurt and Gabriel, might not even have gotten Gabriel, I might have made that up, but Kurt came in a 3-pack, I think Gabriel came in a blind box. But yeah, first and currently only racing tractor is the Clutch Aid one, who they just seem to absolutely love, considering the fact that he was out as a single and in a 2-pack last year, and the Disney Store made him. Back in 2018, the Disney Store beat Mattel to the racing tractors by quite a bit of time, and one of the first and only ones they made was the Clutch Aid tractor. Why? Why does everybody like the Clutch Aid tractor so much? If you were to make one racing tractor, I'd say you should probably do the tank coat one, because that's easily the one with the most screen time. Disney Store did, but Mattel hasn't, and there's not even a mini of Rich Mixon in the first place. But then again, there's not a mini of Noah Gokek, the next gen Clutch Aid, either. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of this being the tractor they chose. While the Clutch Aid tractor is probably one of my favorite tractor designs, the fact that his normal next-gen counterpart is yet to receive a mini is kind of annoying to me. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Racing Tractors 3-pack with Rusty's Cruise, Jackson, and the Clutch Aid Racing Tractor. In my opinion, probably the most boring lineup for a pack from this most recent wave of packs, aside from the one pack I don't have, which is the Miss Fritter pack, the clean Miss Fritter pack. Really nice to have a spare Cruise here, I think. Why is Cruise labeled as Cruz Ramirez Rusty's? Why is there an accent mark on the I in Ramirez? Have they ever... No, they've never done that before. Did they mess up? Wait, is mine the international packaging or not? I don't think it is, because the rest has English listed first. So why is Cruz's name written, like, why is it written as it would be written in Spanish with Cruz Ramirez Rustiz and the accent mark? That is one of the strangest errors I've ever seen. See, for the rest of them, you have the English name first and then the name in other languages, but Cruz just doesn't seem to have her name in English. Now, yes, Cruz is, of course, a Hispanic character, but in cars and all Cruz merchandise, there's never the accent mark on the I, and her name is never labeled as Cruz Ramirez Rustiz. In, like, American English, it would be Rusty's Cruz Ramirez, which is what she's always labeled as. What did they do there? That's so weird. Welcome back to T-Language Tutor Ty. Once again, going over language, apparently. What? But there you go. That's very odd. You see the other packs currently out, or at least some of them. I've reviewed all of these, aside from this one with Miss Fritter here. But now, let's get these guys out of the package. Anyway, now that all that weirdness with Cruz's name is over, let's take a look at these guys out of the package. Starting off with Jackson. You've all seen a Mini Racer Jackson at this point, and don't lie to me and tell me you haven't, okay? I've reviewed this guy at least, like, 30 times at this point, okay? I have so many Mini Jacksons, several of which have been repainted, but there's nothing new to say about him. He's Mini Jackson. You've seen one, you've seen them all. Technically, he should be the Piston Cup champion version of Jackson. You can see secondary sponsors, 2.0, Jackson Storm signature up there. Maybe, oh, never mind, it's not there. Okay, never mind. It should be there. Yeah, technically it should be his Piston Cup champion variant, but much like the 155 scale line, they have not done that for minis yet, which they really should. It would be a perfectly suitable exclusive in an upcoming 3-pack, just saying. Moving on to Rusty's Cruise. Very glad to have another Cruise to repaint, since I am yet to make a Lightning Cup Cruise mini from Ties Cars 4. I had a Cruise, I have a Dynaco Cruise that I've been repainting into Talk Show Cruise from Cars Adventures, and it was a hard choice choosing beside Lightning Cup Cruise from Ties Cars 4 or Talk Show Cruise from Cars Adventures. Eventually I went with Talk Show Cruise, but this will become the Lightning Cup Cruise from Ties Cars 4. So, a custom I'm very excited to make. As you can see, her eyelids are a bit of a darker color than the rest of her. One of the only times where, like, mini eye plates really stand out. If they are using eye plates, I believe they do. Not too sure. The made in Thailand eye plates blend in so well now that I'm not even sure if they're still doing eye plates, quite frankly. Rusty's Cruise written on the side, number 95. Love how this 95, how the 5 stretches out to make sort of a winding road design. For how quickly Ramon put this together, he did put together something pretty cool. 95 over there, 95 there. Really like the detail on those wheels. Very nicely detailed wheels. They look sort of multicolor. Sort of looks like there's like a yellowish rim around there. I believe there might be, I think so. But yeah, that is definitely some nice detail there. And finally, the Clutch Aid tractor. Now, I know earlier on I said it was kind of annoying that we got a Clutch Aid tractor mini before we got a Clutch Aid Next Gen mini. And yeah, I know they did the same thing in the 155 scale line with the Rev and Go tractor. Whatever, what are you going to do? This guy looks very different from his normal racer counterpart, but that is the case in the movie. I guess one of the reasons why they're called Clutch Aid Racing Tractor and not Tractor Noah Gokek is because they do have quite a few design differences. Now, personally, I consider them variants of the characters. I'm looking at my shelf right now. Tractor Paul Conrev, the Bumper Save Racing Tractor, rather, is right next to my normal Paul Conrev and so on and so forth. But, yeah, he is very different from Noah Gokek, who is primarily green. This guy's primarily blue, and I really, really like this shade of blue. Bit different than that of the normal diecast. This mini, though, is absolutely adorable. The regular tractor was matte. He is not. He's just your typical glossy paint, which makes sense, just how the racing tractors are all glossy. You've got a very sort of confused, kind of sad expression. Really like that expression, though, and I like how it's different from his 155 scale diecast. At least a little different, although it doesn't really seem like it was intentionally different. It seems like they're trying to go for the same face. Really, really well detailed. Look at all that detail they crammed into this mini, down to having the plus signs on the roof. Just like with the normal racing tractors, I really applaud them for being able to pull all this off. Unfortunately, it seems I had to remove his secondary sponsors because they're just too small, and the arrow on the bottom. And this part should be green, should be painted green, but unfortunately is not. But still, the amount of detail they were able to put into this is really nice. I'm just pointing out that they had to remove some things because usually the minis don't remove details. Sometimes they'll condense them into like slightly different parts of the car just to accommodate for the lack of space on the car, but they don't usually remove details. But with a design this complex, I'll let it slide. I wasn't really going to complain anyway, just sort of pointing it out. Nicely detailed wheels here, the Lightyear writing on them. 121 up there. Have the rookie stripes on the back. 121 Clutch Aid. Very close match to the diecast there. Pretty similar, although with some slight differences. Once again, mainly with placement, as per usual, with the minis. And in case you don't know, the front wheel of the mini tractor, the front two wheels are not real wheels. They're dummy wheels. They're just plastic insert pieces. They don't roll. But the back wheels do. And you can, of course, tip them over. Anyway, guys, I gotta say I'm very pleasantly surprised with this mini racer. I really, really like this guy. Like how I always am with the not mini racers, with the racing tractors, sorry. I was kind of unsure at first. I really hope they don't oversaturate the minis with these tractors. I really doubt they will. I think, if anything, we get like 1 or 2 more, maybe 3 more. And, yeah, I gotta say, I honestly really like this mini, and it's very impressive. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.